Okay, so in my last video, I went over pretty much how I came up on YouTube in a year, doing almost 4,000 subscribers and 500,000 channel views and earning monetization in just 1 year throughout the grind of quarantine. In this video, I promised as a follow-up that I would go over tips, tricks, and methods, things that I do, things that you could do to very well come up on YouTube in just a year if you want to start doing YouTube for specifically NBA 2K21, but reality, in reality, you could do this on any game in general. This is pretty much things that I knew going into it, that I studied, things that you just want to keep in mind doing YouTube in general, because in reality, a year ago, I was in every one of your guys' places. I had no social media presence at all, and I didn't plan on having any, but once I started, I was pretty good at what I was doing, and that's because I had a certain level of knowledge and ability to do research and learn about, the software, the website, the social media, all that. So let's get into this right now. First thing I want to talk about, we're talking about how to grow on YouTube, step one, right now. Okay, so the first thing everybody needs to know when it comes down to YouTube, the very basics, the nitty gritty stuff, obviously thumbnails. Thumbnails, most important thing. Obviously, if you don't have a good thumbnail, half as many people, a quarter as many people are going to click on the video. You might have a great video, but if the thumbnail's not right, or you just didn't make one and it's a mid-video screenshot, you might not get as many views, and having a good thumbnail can pull in pretty much everybody. Now, I know a lot of people like to make their own thumbnails, and sometimes they don't come out as good, but when you have little to no social media presence at all on the platform of YouTube, you might want to get some thumbnails so that you actually bring some people to your channel. All right, so first things first, when I started doing YouTube, I paid for thumbnails. It's roughly, you can find thumbnail designers on Twitter, they'll charge you literally just $3 for a thumbnail. You can find free to use thumbnails, but anyways, for someone like me, for someone most likely like you guys, if it's a game like NBA 2K21, there's tons of designers on Twitter that do thumbnails for $3, and if you're familiar with that, literally, if you know my channel, the very first day of NBA 2K20, I dropped a video. I'll show it on screen right now. Best dribble moves on NBA 2K20. I had 100 subscribers. I dropped a video first day with a nice thumbnail made by my guy ASAP, and it did 3,000 views over the first weekend of NBA 2K20. So like I said, no one really cares about how small your channel is or how short or long your videos are. If they see a good professionally made thumbnail, that looks just as good as a channel with 1 million subscribers might have for one of their videos, they're going to come to your channel. So obviously, thumbnails, most important thing coming off the bat to bring people to your videos. Dropping videos during the first week of a game with crazy looking thumbnails is always good to have, because it'll bring people to your channel. Although I understand not everyone has the money or payment methods to where they could pay someone online, majority of people like me, Cash App, Venmo, all that. Some of you guys are young, and that's perfectly okay. I'm going to drop one tip right now that not a lot of people know. I don't think I've ever heard anyone go over this actually, but if you're looking for thumbnails and you can't actually pay for them, well, first off, I know designers that simply just do cards. You can send them a $10 PSN or a $10, whatever. If you can buy it at a store, send them the code and make that 2 to 3 thumbnails. But if you can't find people to do it that way, a way you can get free to use thumbnails is you go onto Twitter. If anyone's familiar with Twitter or is Twitter savvy, you can search the subject of a tweet or just words in the search bar, and tweets will come up that relate to what you searched. So in my case, sometimes when I'm looking for a NBA 2K21 concept, or a concept of a build screen on a game like 2K that isn't out yet a month before, I go to Twitter and I look up free to use thumbnails. So a lot of the time, thumbnail designers, some that I know and some all over the place, they make thumbnails that are just test thumbnails, practice thumbnails, thumbnails for fun, and they post them on Twitter and say free to use thumbnails. There's tons of free to use thumbnails. I'll show some on screen now. There's some across Twitter. People just make them and post them and let anyone use them because they're just sketches, they're mess around thumbs. You could very well use those thumbnails. There's obviously talented designers across Twitter. You could use those thumbnails for your videos if you can't buy thumbnails on your own. So make sure you use that, because that's something I've never heard anyone say, but I've definitely known on my own to use that because I'm in contact with a lot of designers that just post them all the time. So hopefully that should help you with thumbnails in case you can't pay for them. I definitely have not heard anyone talk about those, but it's definitely something you want to look for. Another thing when it comes to thumbnails, it doesn't always have to be a crazy looking thumbnail that you pay for. I mentioned this in my last video. Obviously, go check out my last video. I would recommend it. 25-minute video of how I came up on YouTube. But when it comes to thumbnails, you don't always have to pay for crazy flashy ones. You can always get away with simple thumbnails if they have the right message on the screen. Now, obviously, there's tons of YouTubers that grow just simply making their own thumbnails, because it does save time to not have to wait for someone to make you a crazy thumbnail for 3 hours. Sometimes you can't pay for it, but you can always just have a simple thumbnail like the ones I've used for the prelude, where you have a very showy picture on the screen of just what you're showing off. Maybe it's a tutorial, a jump shot, a clip, whatever that may be. You have a very clear and visible gameplay picture, and you have words on the screen that, you know, clearly describe what the video is. Momentum spam tutorial, and the screenshot is just a picture of your player doing a momentum with the words over it, and maybe a picture of a controller if you can cut it out and put it on top, and bam, that's 13,000 views. A simple but good driven concept uploaded at the right time. You can still get views that way. So you want to make sure you either have clear thumbnails that you've made on your own, or you've gotten professionally made thumbnails, whether they are free to use or you've paid for them individually for you. So that's pretty much it for thumbnails. Next thing we're gonna go over is just videos, how to make videos, what I use and what you could use as well. Okay, so when it comes to videos, I personally, something that you may not know about me is that I edit videos and post videos with my phone. And you guys might think that's crazy, but like I said, a year ago, I was in your guys' shoes. I had nothing to start YouTube with, but my friends wanted me to start. I made a mixtape for fun on my phone, and it ended up going, you know, up from there. So I've been making videos on my phone. I use a free app named Video Leap. I'll hopefully pop it up on the screen now, what it looks like. But Video Leap, I believe, to have, you know, certain levels of intense effects, you have to pay a few dollars a month off your Apple ID. But in reality, if you're monetized, you're making videos, it's a good investment. It's a few dollars a month, and it's good free editing software. And if you don't want to pay for that, you could also get InShot or iMovie if you already had iMovie purchased. Those are both apps that are very valid for making videos. I know tons of people do that anyway. But yeah, I pretty much have been finessing with my iPhone for a good year now. I will start editing on a computer soon because I've raised up the money to get a new one. But regardless, that's what you can use if you're on an iPhone and you are working with a low budget setup to make videos. Now, if you're on a computer, obviously, you know, Sony, Vegas, Premiere, there's all these softwares in the computer. I wouldn't know much about them, but what I do know is that every software there is, you can probably find a cracked version of it for free from a YouTube video with a link in the description. I've recently had someone hit me up with a cracked version of Sony Vegas that I've downloaded for free. There's just ways you got to get around it. I'm not the person to ask about it because it took me a year to find someone with a good link, and I couldn't get anything from videos. But there are ways to finesse, you know, softwares onto your computer if your computer is good, and get it for free. So anyways, that's what we're looking at with, you know, videos, you know, softwares to work with. But when it comes to videos, one thing I want to mention, I see a lot of people make short videos and a lot of people make quick videos. One thing you want to get used to when making videos is you want to connect with your audience. So we're going to go over that right now. Okay, so first things first, when it comes to videos, you always want to connect with people. And I say that very broadly, but you know, a lot of people just forget to do it. When you first start making videos, you might make a video called Best Build on NBA 2K20, and you'll just make the build and you'll just end the video. But you know, one thing you always want to keep in touch, you know, with your mind and all that, is that you want to always remember to, you know, do an intro, do an outro, make it 10-20 seconds each, doesn't matter. You can even throw in an edit at the start of your video and at the end. You know, I do all four of those. All my videos start with a cool edit, a 30-second intro of me talking, we get into the video, I then do a 10 to 30-second outro, and you get the nice little edit outro, and I plug my videos at the end, etc. And you guys get all that. You know, that's how you engage with your audience. Obviously, you can't just upload a video and just quickly talk, or at least do gameplay, but you want to make sure you do an intro and an outro. And you know, like I said, bro, you could be low, you know, you could have a low quality setup, but at the end of the day, I did it with my phone. I'm talking into my phone right now to record this video. No, I don't have a crazy mic, but you could literally just do an intro by taking a video on your phone and putting the voice in the background while you put a clip of gameplay, and just connect with your audience that way. That is a huge part of making videos, and plus having longer videos as a result of connecting to your audience. You know, the longer your videos are and the longer your watch time is, the longer you keep people watching your videos, the more your videos will get put into the recommended, the more YouTube's algorithm connects and resonates with your uploads. So you want to make sure your videos are longer. Now, don't force them to be longer, because if they're longer with lack of content, your watch time won't go up, and therefore you won't get pushed into recommended. So it's a level of two things here. Your videos should be longer, but if they're longer, they have to actually be worth it with the content, because if you make your videos long but don't pull that watch time, it's not going to matter. Okay, so if you're gonna make your videos longer, they have to actually have content in it. So it goes two ways. You have to actually get the longer videos but earn the longer watch time in doing so. Okay, so next thing we're gonna talk about is just the natural things you gotta know when it comes to uploading the videos to YouTube. Okay, so when it comes to uploads, the basic things you want to know is obviously you got to get your videos onto YouTube and you got to have a thumbnail. We already went over both of those. With me making videos on my phone, I plug my phone into my computer and I upload the file from my phone of the video I made, and that's how I upload. But there's things you want to do with your uploads to, you know, accelerate your views and help your videos get put out more and more, like I said. So first off, the time of day you upload, obviously that makes a difference. You know, you don't want to upload at midnight, you don't want to upload at crack of dawn. You want to upload during the day, but you want to tend to other people's time zones. And also, if you're aware of your demographic of where people watch your videos from, it helps as well. I have viewers from all around the world. They're very low percentage viewers, but I do have some people from Greece. I do have some people from Norway, you know, Canada, all over the place. But for majority of yours, you know, your viewers and my viewers are going to be from the United States. And with that being the case, you want to upload during the day. You know, I personally like to upload at 1 o'clock because Western time, that's 11. Everybody's waking up by 11 for the majority of the time regardless. And at 1 o'clock Eastern time, it's center of the day. But anytime between there and like 6, 7, 8 o'clock, you're attending to both audiences across the country regardless. So that's cool when it comes to times. Another thing you want to do is tags in your videos. When you upload a video on the computer, by the way, upload all your videos on computers, don't do it to your phone. You won't be able to do tags. But if you, in a lot of other things as well, but if you upload on the computer, you can do tags. And when you do tags on the computer, you want to do things that people are going to search so they come to your video. So first things first, of course, if you make a video on something, the title has to relate to it so that when people search it, they find it. But tags will help as well. If someone's looking for a dribbling tutorial and you upload a video called NBA 2K20, how to do the momentum crossover, if you have the tag dribbling tutorial as a tag, they might get sent to your video, and you know, so forth. So for tags, I always have a list of tags. I put NBA 2K20, best jump shot, best moves, best dribbler, jump shot, you know. I pretty much have a list of tags related to gameplay and content that I make on my channel, as well as, you know, content related to this specific video. And then sometimes in tags, I even put other content creators that I talk to, work with, or just people that make content similar to mine. Because if someone watches a Agent 00 video and then I have an Agent 00 tag under my video, someone might see my gameplay similar to his, like my content, and therefore I'm now pulling more viewers. So, you know, that's another thing you can do with tags. You also want to, you know, you can specify that what game it is on YouTube. There's an option where you can select the game it is, the category. So first off, when you go to YouTube and you upload a video, the category should be gaming, of course, if it's a 2K video. And when you select gaming, it'll ask what game it is. You can easily put in NBA 2K21, so that's going to help more people find your videos that watch 2K21 videos. And then if you upload consistently, you always want to make playlists on your channel. So you guys know I have a playlist of at least 20 dribbling tutorials from the past year, and when my videos end, when I put on my outro, you have an end screen with my channel and my videos and my playlists at the end. That will see, you know, the people will see when they see a playlist there, and you know, this was a good video, I want to watch more. Well, boom, there's a playlist of more videos. It allows people to have an easy route to navigate your channel and get a gist of what type of content you're making. So if you want to make your channel more official, you can have playlists, you can put a video on the front page of your channel to represent your content and you, and you know, there's more things you can do to just allow your audience to easily navigate your channel. That's one of the biggest things you can do on your channel anyway. So that's pretty much what you want to work with for uploads. Really quickly, I wanted to apologize if I'm talking too fast, but I don't want this video to be 30 minutes. The last one I had to squeeze into like 23, 25 minutes. So I will be going fast over this, but if you have any questions, I'll be in the comments. Regardless, next thing we're going to go over is how to get monetized on YouTube, or at least the best route taken to get there. If you guys are familiar with me and you watched my last video, I went into depth of how I got monetized over the course of quarantine, but pretty much what you need to get monetized is 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch hours. Now, in order to get that, My ideal strategy, if you're going to be a gaming YouTuber, is to upload consistently, of course, but stream every few days. You know, that's how I did it in quarantine. I was streaming a few hours a night, making a couple videos a week. And, you know, streaming will help you get all your hours in. If you stream an average 5 to 10 viewers, you know, over the course of a year, even if it's your friends, even if you just take devices and turn them off and leave them in the stream, you can accumulate hours over time, and getting that many hours a day will help you get monetized in roughly a year, maybe even a year and a half. That's pretty much how I did it. You know, obviously I have 10 to 15 to 20 people in the stream, but you know, streaming will help you get your hours way quicker. And if you're making good content on the side and streaming, you can definitely pull subscribers, especially when you engage with your stream chat. Say what's up to everyone, ask them how their day is going, welcome to the stream, yada, yada, yada. You guys know how I am. One of the things I'm most appreciated for is the way I connect with my audience. And I'm grateful for the ability that I have. You know, I can do it now because someday I'll have streams that'll be just so buzzing with people that I won't be able to say what's good to everybody because there's gonna be a lot of people in there. But for now, while my audience is small, you're gonna come to appreciate it. You know, you guys know, especially the diehard fans of this channel and the subs, and you know, I don't even call you guys subs and fans. Y'all are literally my boys. Like, my longest subscribers, like, I don't even consider half the people that come out to my streams every day my subs. At this point, like, I'm just chilling with everyone. They're my boys, like, they're my friends. I play with them. I stream and I pick up my subs. I talk to them on Twitter, Discord. By the way, if you haven't checked out my Twitter or Discord, link in the description. My Discord is a group chat with all my subs. I talk to them all the time. Y'all know, bro. Discord gang, y'all know what's going on. But yeah, streaming is a good way to connect with subs and to even gain subs in the first place. One thing I did this year, which you might want to do with your subtitle, is you can put sub goals. I usually pushed for 10 to 15 subs a day because I was uploading a lot, so I was getting subs anyway, like 6 to 8 a day. But I would put my stream title, parentheses, 10 out of 15 subs today, 13 out of 15 subs today, and then my stream title. And that would show people, you know, coming by your stream that, okay, this guy's a consistent grinder looking to get more subs. Someone might pop in the stream because it's in there recommended and say, you know what, hey, I subbed, there you go, get to 14. They like to see you grow. People like to see you hit your milestones. So it's always good to keep track of your milestones because it might even actually drive people to help you achieve them in the first place. So putting a sub goal or a like goal in the title can help, or at least putting it in the description, or just mentioning it throughout your stream. Hey guys, we're 5 subs off this. People that are watching your stream that aren't subbed to you, they might want to watch more, and you saying you're off that goal might help them get there. So obviously express your goals, put it in the title. It might help you grow your channel anyway, just from streaming. But pretty much, long story short, taking in all that information, streaming is definitely the way to go when it comes to getting monetized on YouTube. It's going to help you accelerate your channel growth very fast. So I would make sure, you know, when it comes to streaming, I know people on PlayStation can directly stream to YouTube. If you're on Xbox, I would shoot for an Elgato. I stream personally with an Elgato HD 60, and what you pretty much need for that is you need an Xbox. Obviously, you need a laptop or a computer. I have a laptop that I bring with me from my mom's to my dad's house. I sit it on a little table. I plug it into the Elgato, plug it into the Xbox, and the wire goes to the TV, and I stream that way. And the last thing you're gonna need is a microphone. I personally use a Blue Snowball mic, costing roughly $40 to $50. I understand that might be a large investment for some of you, but if you have $40 to buy a mic, the same way you would for your console, you can get this mic for $40 at Walmart. And it's a good quality mic, and that's really all you need. So that's what you need to stream from Xbox. If you're on PlayStation, you're probably way better off and blessed in the first place because you don't need all that. You can just stream through the console, and that's pretty much how you want to take it. All right, so that's pretty much streaming and getting your way towards monetization. The final subsection I want to go over in this video is channel growth. Now, one thing I always say when you guys come into my streams, my subs come to my streams every other day, and they say any tips on growing on YouTube, the one thing I'm always going to say, and every time they ask, it puts me into a 5-minute rant. But the one thing I'm always going to say, and this is something no one ever told me, but I always knew going into the year, this is one thing with me researching YouTube. I decided I was going to do YouTube for a year. This was going to be how I was going to do it. But when it comes to growing your channel when you are small and building up a platform from the ground up, is that think about this concept for a second. Everybody wants to make creative content and blow up off that, hope that it gets a lot of views, use their thumbnails to get views and all that. But you can't entertain a stage of people if the audience is empty and And that's something you have to think about. You know, you can't entertain people if there's no people to entertain. That's the concept I'm going to consistently drive to my people, because that's pretty much the way I looked at my channel growing on YouTube. I never really focused on making funny content, you know, insanely, you know, creative content as much as I would love to do it for now. You guys know the primary thing I do with my channel is I make tutorials. And the reason I do that is because I can make a tutorial, put a good title, put some good tags, upload it in a time before people, you know, other people do. And people will come to my channel because they search for that tutorial. And the thing I'm always going to tell you guys, no matter what, is that you have to bring people to your channel before you entertain them. That is one of the most important things to know. Just like the little analogy I just brought, setting the stage before you perform, you have to bring people to your channel before you have people to entertain. It's just a step-by-step thing. So I knew, you know, I could make this really good video, but you know what? It's probably gonna do low views, and I've made creative videos and they've done terrible in views, but I know how it works. So essentially what I knew going into the year and uploading the whole year, I was gonna make helpful videos that I could get views on because people want to see it that don't even know who I am. So as you guys know, my channel primarily content-wise is based off of dribbling tutorials, mixtapes, best this, best that, best jump shots, best dribble moves. I bring helpful content to the table, and in doing so, I've attracted videos that have pulled 80,000 people, 50,000 people, 30, 10,000, etc., etc., etc. You always want to bring people to your channel so that you can entertain them in the first place. So the one thing I would say you guys should focus your content on in year one of YouTube is helpful content. You get a really good thumbnail off Twitter, free to use, make it yourself even with a good visual title or anything. Just get a good thumbnail, make a good helpful video, and post it with the right tags and title. People are going to come to your channel, and even though a video might get 1,000 views and you might only gain 10 subs, you're probably going to gain more subs off of a 10,000 view video than a 1,000 view creative video when it comes to growing. Now, obviously, when you get to a point like me, I can make creative content. I know I have supporters now, but I had to make certain videos to get y'all here. Did I not? Majority of you guys came here because you wanted to learn moves, or you seen my stream and recommended or videos, rare case. But one thing you gotta do is make videos that are gonna bring people to your channel. And then once they're at your channel, that's when you let it rock. That's when you start streaming consistently. They pop out on your streams, you get more watch time. You know, that's pretty much how I did it. And I know a lot of people don't like this because a lot of people are always under the impression that you gotta make sure you have good content for sub retention. But when you have no fans, period, when you got nothing, when you're starting from the bottom, when your views are low, you gotta bring them there in the first place. And that's the realest shit I can really say to y'all, because not many people ever wanna look at things that way, but it's how it is. My friends would tell me all the time, you should make a trolling video, you should make this video, it'd be so funny. And I tell them, I say, hey, I only have 300 subscribers. No one's gonna watch that. I can get 10,000 views if I make a video on the best jump shot in NBA 2K20, and that'll gain me more subs. So in reality, you gotta set the stage before you entertain and before you perform. That's how it has to be. I mean, it's not how it has to be, but that's the best way you can grow your channel. And I'm telling you, I mean that 100%. That was my mentality going through this whole year, and look where it's gotten me. I would trust my instinct and my, methods in general, because that's how you gotta grow your channel in the first place. Unless you pop out with a viral video, you're not gonna grow too fast making creative content when you don't have a fan base in the first place. Every big YouTuber has grown that way. Everybody wants to see things done for them. Everybody wants to see all, the easy routes, but in reality, you gotta understand your audience. This is a concept of knowing your audience. So you wanna make videos that people are gonna search for. Think right now when making videos on 2K21 this first weekend, guys, what do people want to know? Do they want to see the best dribble moves, the best jump shot, tutorials, all that? Even if it's very simple things, guys. I've seen people get 100,000 views from making a video, how to customize shoes. Think about that. Someone probably got, I've seen people gain 10,000 subscribers off viral face creation videos. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. No shame in the game. If it could have been me, I wouldn't have been pissed, you know what I mean? Like, I would love for that to be me. People just come to your channel because they need something. So you need to present information and content that they need, okay? So I'm gonna wrap this up now. We're gonna go over one more thing at the end here, and we're gonna outro this video. So let's get into that real quick. Okay, so the final thing I wanna say to you guys is, yes, everybody wants to be a YouTuber, everyone wants to be famous, everyone wants to do this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, I think one thing we all have to understand, and you'll understand this the older you get, but if you're not happy doing what you're doing, there's zero point in doing it at all. So what I'm saying right now is, yes, you might like playing video games. Yes, you might, you know, fantasize the idea of being a internet celebrity, having, you know, internet clout, whatever that may be to you, making money, whatever. If you don't actually enjoy grinding and working for something, you're not gonna be happy with what you do anyway. If you're just grinding YouTube for money and internet fame, you're not gonna get anywhere because you're not gonna have that consistent level of motivation and drive to achieve happiness. You're just gonna be lackluster, slowly pushing to just make lackluster and, you know, low effort moves just to get money, and that's not how things are gonna go. You're not gonna last long. But when it comes to YouTube and content creating, I didn't know I was gonna do this year, but I actually enjoy it, and obviously it's something I want to do. So you obviously have to know that if you're gonna grind for this, you're gonna spend time on it, you better know that you want to do it in the end, because this takes a lot of work. I've spent pretty much my past week and a half uploading daily, and I like it. I love it. You know, this is what I do every day, and I'm down to do this for 4 more years, and I'm willing to, you know, have whatever comes with it. So anyways, bro, just pretty much understand that everything I said, you know, this is a grind. You have to know what you're doing. But if you enjoy the process of everything, then go ahead and give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? Give it a year. I know a lot of you guys are young. I wish I could have been a sophomore in high school doing this. I'm 18 years old, about to be 19. I have a lot of pressure on my back. But if you could be doing this at a young age and just give it a quick year, stab it, make it a side hustle. If you like what you're doing, keep doing it, and you can go somewhere with it. So you guys have the time to do that. Hopefully y'all go crazy. Anyways, if y'all want to know what I'm doing for 2K21, I'll see y'all in the streams. I talk to you all the time. Make sure you have noties on so we can connect in the streams and talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Make sure in the Discord we got a group chat. I answer questions all the time. Anyways, bro, it's been Matt. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Sub up, like, drop notifications on, and I'll see y'all soon in NBA 2K21. Peace.
You've been on my mind like all the time. To get you out my head. Said it like 100 times. I'm sad.